Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Marvelously Morbid podcast. We're back.
We're finally back.
From outer space. No, we're back from our summer hiatus. I'm Sylvia.
And I'm Matissa.
And how's your summer been, Matissa?
Not bad.
No, mine's been great.
Not bad at all.
No, you were traveling a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so for anybody who finds this episode and it's your first episode, we've been on a little over a month hiatus, and Matissa traveled out west, and I've been helping my friend at her hot dog stand.
And that's it.
And that's
and that
totally it.
All
and that is
we've done.
That. But you had a really good time traveling, didn't you?
Yes, I visited a lot of places in a very short amount of time.
You sure did.
I was on a mission. I don't know why I didn't slow down.
Every day I would log on to Instagram and I would see a beautiful place and I knew you were there.
Yep.
And I wasn't.
You were not.
No, I was slinging dogs, slinging wieners.
I was not doing that. Was not.
No. So, yeah, really not a lot's happened. We just had some relaxation. We printed up some business cards for the podcast. Been passing them out in the Lexington, Kentucky area. We have them at the Sam's Hot Dog Stand. We went to Pride Saturday.
Yes, that was a lot of fun.
It was. I passed them out there.
You did. She gave me a handful too and was like, here, Matissa, pass these out. And I was like, okay. But I just couldn't do it. I'm such a weirdo.
I mean...
You didn't care at all, but just interacting with people, I'm so awkward. And...
Well, I mean...
But who cares? People hand me... People always
hand me things.
Shit.
It's not like you're trying to hand them a turd. Unless they're Matt Bevan.
Oh, Matt Bevan, we hate you.
We hate you, Matt Bevan. Go to hell.
Hope you die in a fire.
I hope you do too. But
he's our governor. In case what do people?
Oh yeah, sorry. If you're
are
listening and you're out of state, Matt Bevan is the governor of Kentucky, and he's a piece of trash. He's a trash bag.
Garbage person.
Garbage person. But anyway, what we're going to talk about today is mental health.
And maybe we should do several episodes. I've thought about maybe we could do several episodes on it. Like
Okay.
Things that that afflict both of us.
Yes, our afflictions.
Because we're trying to be more open and honest.
Yeah, because really that's the best thing you can possibly do is bring awareness to mental health, I think.
Yeah, while on my trip out west, I just had enough of everyone and made a public Facebook post. I never post anything personal. I never even post anything that's not like a photo or
Yeah, no,
meme.
you don't post much
I don't
at all.
post anything, but I kind of just unloaded.
Yeah, it was an amazing Facebook post about
Tired
mental
of
health.
people being judgmental and ignorant and mean.
Yeah, mean.
Mostly mean.
I'm tired of people being mean too. I don't know what's wrong with people.
A lot.
Well, yeah, clearly a lot.
And I felt guilty appearing that everything's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
According to my social media, you would think I have the perfect life.
Yeah. That's the thing about social media culture, Instagram culture, and Facebook, definitely, is you're not posting when you're feeling like shit most of the time. Well, we do.
You still do, but it's
yeah, but
happy. You're like, oh, look how great this is.
Yeah, you're not going to post the bad. You only post the good. And because we only see the good, we think that people's lives are amazing.
Which makes it worse, because then you compare... I do that. Like, I compare my life to everyone else's, and even though I know that it's not how it works.
Yeah, like their lives are not that perfect. They can't be. Nobody's life can be that perfect. Can it, Charlie? Charlie's my dog, and he's joined us in the podcast room for this episode. And so is my other dog.
So is Aster, but she's kind of away napping.
She's lying on a heating pad.
Even though it's 100 degrees.
But yeah, I think Matissa's going to just talk a little bit about some statistics maybe, or some background on some mental health issues, and then we'll just talk about things that happen in our everyday lives and issues that we have, and hopefully by listening to our stories you can, you know, find them relatable and just find some comfort in the fact that you're not alone. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about derealization and depersonalization, which is not something you ever hear about.
Yeah.
And it's people need to know. Because if you're experiencing it, you're going to think you're going mad.
Yeah. So I can't wait to hear about it.
Do you want to go first?
No, you can go first. Oh, do you want me to go first?
I don't care.
I don't have a lot to talk about. I'm just going to try to bounce off you and...
Well, I don't know if you'll... Okay.
You know, and lazy my way through this episode. Dedication.
We really bring in our A game for
We're really bringing our A game. We're banging tables.
Just punching the microphone. That is what I just did. And we don't edit, so you have to deal with it. So sorry.
Well, I can actually... Here, I'll talk about mine for a little bit, and then you can...
Well, I mean, because if you're going to talk about just anxiety, then...
Okay, I banged the table again. Sorry. Well, anyway...
I don't know if you want to... We've both been having... I'm feeling a little better today, but the last couple weeks have been very rough on both of us. And I'm not going to speak for you.
Well, no, but they...
Whoa!
Yeah.
And I've been like, I'm sorry, I haven't been present because I've been out of control. And then you're like, I'm so sorry, I can't help you because I can't... Like, it's fine.
I know. Sometimes you just can't help... If you can't help yourself, you can't help anybody else.
Just don't try.
And sometimes you just can't help yourself. Which was me. I was a hot mess a couple weeks ago. I, cried a million times. I couldn't stop thinking about my dogs dying, and then I would think about my parents dying, and then I would... I don't know. I just thought about everybody dying.
Sounds so much fun.
Oh my god, it was so much fun. And then I didn't go to Austin's family's gathering a couple Saturdays ago. Well, I did go, but I came home early because I just felt so anxious. I couldn't stop crying there. Like, whenever my anxiety's flaring up, I guess you would say, I cry a lot. And I get very stressed and annoyed. And I just feel like everything's a burden.
On you, or you're a burden on other people?
No, that everything's a burden on me. Or no, not on me. I didn't word that right. Like, everything is a chore, not a burden, I guess.
I saw another therapist last Friday. I did another round of the accelerated resolution therapy, and the lady was amazing. I mean, the guy I did it with first he was awesome, but my usual therapist, I asked if I wanted to switch to a woman just because I do have issues with men and I'm more comfortable with women. And she was talking about anxiety and how I'm always just on edge. I'm just from the PTSD and whatever else that I'm going to start, no matter what, I'm starting my day out at like a 7 or an 8, like on a 1 to 10 anxiety scale. Like, I'm just naturally at an 8. So, it's going to take nothing to send me to a 10.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, whereas most people probably start at like a 2 or a 0.
Right, a 0.
Would be ideal, yeah.
But I don't know.
I feel like I start every day at about a 4.
Yeah, I'm not always at an 8, but no, it's just how I am. Like, and I don't know.
I mean, it's weird. So yeah, I guess it doesn't take nearly as much to send us over the edge.
Right, because you're already starting out.
Because you're already starting out at like a 4 or a 6.
Yeah, you're already up there, so it's easier to hit the top.
Charlie is licking his paw off in the background.
I can't hear it. Oh, can you hear it?
Oh, I can hear
Charlie.
it, yeah.
Charlie.
But they probably won't be able to hear it. The listeners probably won't be able to. I don't know. But, yeah, I felt really anxious. I went to therapy a couple times. There was one day when I took Klonopin and slept from 4 p.m. until like 10 a.m. the next day because I felt so anxious. But I think, honestly, I'm starting to wonder if it's my birth control, my IUD. So I'm going on Thursday. Well, when you guys are hearing this, I will have already gone to the gyno on Thursday to see, because I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out why I keep getting anxious every month.
Around the same time.
Because
it can still, you still experience, like, I think about half of people who have IUDs still ovulate. You still experience the same, like, hormonal stuff I do. I know everyone wants to know about this, but it's fine.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Let's talk about our vagina.
Yes, sorry. I'm sorry.
But so, and as time goes on, and I know you may not have a period for a year, then it may just appear, and who knows? Who knows what's going on with that thing?
But I'm feeling better. I feel like I'm on an upswing, but I'm really tired. But maybe it's just from having a week-long episode.
Yeah, that's draining.
Yeah, so maybe that's another reason that I'm really tired. But so how have you been?
With my anxiety?
Yeah, or anything.
Well,
doesn't have to just be anxiety.
Well, that's part of... My memory is terrible, which is part of the derealization, depersonalization. Things that happened, yesterday or a week ago seem like it happened years ago, or like a distant memory. So trying to talk about my trip when people have asked me, I'm like, yeah, it was fun. Don't really remember. I kind of remember, but it seems like it was so long ago.
Like I didn't know that.
Yes. When I'm saying my memory sucks, like I'm being serious, and it's bad. Even the other night, I don't even remember what the movie was now, but I watched a movie, went to bed, and in the morning I got up. I was like, what movie did I watch last night? I couldn't remember the name of the movie. I couldn't remember anything it was about.
Oh.
It sucks. It eventually did come to me, but my memory is fucked. Like, it is...
Wow.
It's gone.
I realized you had memory problems, but I didn't realize...
And I think
that's how it felt, I guess.
Right, it feels like a lot of things are distant memory, and I also think it's because I can't connect. I'm not grounded or connected to anything that things do. I'm experiencing things are happening, but I don't remember them as well because it's...
Yeah.
It's kind of like, we'll talk about that later when we talk about the depersonalization.
Okay. Yeah.
But what else? I forgot what I was... See, I'm like, I don't even know what I was freaking out about like a week or so ago. But my therapist got me in to see the trauma therapist that week. So I saw her Friday. I'm seeing her again this Friday for another issue. And then she wants to do something else with me for... I forgot what she told me it was for. So
well, it's okay. As long as you wrote down when your appointments are.
I don't remember why. I remember some of the things, but, just the memory replacement. And I had been stressed out about that particular thing that we tried to get rid of. You don't get rid of the memories of the trauma. You'll go over, you'll follow the hand with your eye movements. They go over. You play it through your head. You don't verbalize it, so you're not telling anyone what has happened to you. You're just replaying it. And then you create different memories. You replay it a different way.
Do you think that it's helping?
I've only done it twice, and I did it for different traumas both times. So I was very fixated on that particular trauma for the last couple weeks, and I was just fucking mad. I was angry, but I haven't been since then. Oh. So I don't know. But then I don't want to be too hopeful. Like, I'm not an optimistic person.
Well,
I'm not. I'm a realist or possibly a pessimist.
Me too.
But I don't like being disappointed. I don't like... Sorry. We're going to kick this just a few more times.
Sorry, my leg was falling asleep.
Yeah, I don't know why I have my legs crossed.
I had to prop my feet up like an old lady.
Oh my God, it hurts. The old age. Oh, I turned 31 on my trip.
You
Speaking
did.
of old age.
Turned 31, and I'm still 28.
Yeah. But the lady the Airbnb I was staying at the day of my birthday, she asked how old I was. I was like, oh, I just turned 31. And she had this crazy look on her face and was like, what? I thought you were 24. And I was like, oh my God.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're too sweet.
I'd love it if somebody thought I was 24.
I know. It's like, wow, lady.
I'd love to be 24. Again, but with everything I know now.
Yeah, I don't think I would.
No. Okay, anyway. I want to hear all about depersonalization.
Are we going to talk about this now?
Yes.
Okay.
And now we're going to talk about this.
And now I'm going to give you the facts. And then after.
And now I'm going to slam some facts at you.
I was just going to talk about my personal experience, but that's just, just my point of view.
Well,
but I want to give some education.
About that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. I figured I should throw some facts in there. Because not everyone is going to experience what I experienced, hopefully.
And this is Fact Corner with Matissa.
With Matissa.
We got facts. Woo!
Okay. Depersonalization and derealization disorder occurs when you persistently or repeatedly have the feeling that you're observing yourself from outside your body, or that you have a sense that things around you aren't real, or both. I unfortunately have both.
Does it seem like I'm not real?
Maybe later when I'm thinking about it. Like, I know you never... It's not like a psychosis. You never, completely detach from reality. You're aware. That things are real. They just don't feel real.
Okay.
Which is frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to explain because it was hard... I mean, we'll get to that later. But, yeah, it's... Mm-hmm. So it may feel as if you're living in a dream, like a dreamlike state.
Yeah.
Passing experiences of depersonalization and derealization happen to many people at some point, but when it's a feeling that keeps occurring or never completely goes away and it interferes with your ability to function, that's when it's considered a disorder.
Mm-hmm.
It's common in people who've had a severe trauma or prolonged stress or anxiety, often in childhood, a childhood trauma will trigger it. It's the most important symptom in the spectrum of dissociative disorders, including DID, which used to be called...
Dissociative identity disorder?
Yes, it used to be called multiple personality disorder. It's probably what people still recognize it as.
Yeah, like that TV... Did you watch that TV show, United States of Terror?
No.
Oh, Matissa, it's so good. It was on Showtime. It's on, Netflix or something, or Hulu. It's about a woman with DID. And they call it DID and stuff, I think.
Yeah, that is what it's called now. I don't know.
Yeah. It has Toni Collette in it.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. It's and Patton Oswalt. Oh,
I'll definitely check it out. Remind me later because,
okay,
I'll forget.
I will. Yeah, it's really good. Okay. But anyway. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just got so excited thinking about that show.
Oh, do interrupt. But it's also common in non-dissociative disorders like depression, anxiety, sometimes people with migraines, epilepsy, bipolar, schizophrenia. So it's not just... I think there are only 4 dissociative disorders, like dissociative amnesia, DID, depersonalization, derealization. Anyway, just thinking to myself.
Yeah.
In the case of depersonalization, the individual may feel detached from his or her entire being. Examples: I am no one, or I have no self. And that's really what I struggle with right now. Not having, and it's so hard to explain.
Yeah.
It's like I'm all over the place. I don't even feel real. I feel like I'm just consciousness floating around. Like I've said it to my therapist, I'm floating around and bumping into things and just going through the motions. Things are happening, but it's not real.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Wow,
and people, I've felt like this for a year and a half.
So you just kind of feel like if you close your eyes, you can't see yourself. I don't know. I'm trying to relate
The first time I mentioned it to the psychiatrist after I'd been diagnosed with several other things, and I was just like, let's just talk about this. Might as well. What is this? And I was like, I sometimes look at my hands and don't feel like they're mine. And he's like, oh, depersonalization. But I'll get to that later, to where you just don't feel like parts of your body belong to you, or some people feel like they're viewing their body from like above, like you're not within your body, or you even look in the mirror. Like I do that a lot, and I don't feel connected at all to myself. I mean, it's scary. Like I'm really afraid. I don't want to live like this forever. I'm hoping it goes away, but yeah, just looking at yourself and not feeling anything.
Like you feel like you're looking at a different person.
Yeah, it's not
in the
you.
mirror.
It's not you. You don't feel attached to it.
Okay. So, like, if I looked in the mirror and instead of seeing me, I saw you.
No,
I mean, like,
like
instead of seeing
no, you're not. You're
yourself,
seeing
you're seeing a different, like, you're seeing what yourself looks like, but it's not you, it's someone else.
Right, you're not connected to it.
Yeah.
You're seeing, you're not like, well, it does fuck with your vision, too. There are some of those, which sucks, because I have such horrible anxiety about losing my vision anyway, so when things set in, I'm like,
wow.
Panic! I'm trapped in this horrible cycle.
So you just feel like you're looking at Matissa, but you're not.
I'm not. The lights are like, I feel like, I guess the lights are on, but no one's home, or the living dead is really how I describe it. Like, you're alive, but you're dead inside. But I'm not a sociopath. That sounds really bad. Like, I still...
No, you're not a sociopath.
Feel things.
You love your dogs so much, I would never think you're a sociopath.
But that's all. That's all I love. I hate the rest of you. My dogs are all that are important.
They are everything.
Oh. Where was I before I started talking about my hands? They're not mine. My hands aren't mine.
The Matissa Robinson story. My hands aren't mine.
Where are they? Where'd these come from? Oh. You have to laugh, otherwise.
Yeah, you have to laugh.
You have to laugh about it. People may also feel subjectively detached from aspects of self, including feelings, such as hypo-emotionality. Like, I know I have feelings, but I don't feel them. And I struggle with that. Because I can't connect with people like I used to. Like, I can't... Like, as far as a relationship, there's absolutely no way I could be in a relationship right now. And things could appear like everything's great, everything's whatever, because I'm an excellent actress, obviously. I've been dealing with it.
Well, yeah.
I deserve an Oscar. But it would never be, it would be very superficial. And I could still enjoy, like, have those feelings, or, like, enjoy being with someone, but it would not be, I would not be truly connected to them. Mm-hmm. And that's what happened when my ex and I got back together, and I wanted nothing more than to be with him. That's what I thought I wanted, and I was like, what is wrong with me? Like, this doesn't feel real. And I even said that to him, like, it doesn't feel like we're together. This doesn't feel real. And of course he's like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, so we broke up, but that was why. And then that was before I was diagnosed. Mm-hmm. But how do you explain, like, we're in this relationship, this is happening, but it doesn't seem like it's happening? Yeah. How do you tell someone that? That sounds like some weird excuse. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, gosh, I don't know.
I know. And I also, with this same person, I also left him when I was in a similar state 4 years ago after my dad died. And I didn't know that's what was going on then. The first time, now thinking back, that I can remember it happening was when I was 22. In a stressful situation for quite a while. And I just remember not feeling real, or feeling like reality was, and I didn't look into it then, but it went away after like 8 months. Mm-hmm. But it was so bizarre, and I didn't know what it was, and I didn't tell anyone. And then when I left, after my dad died, and it is a coping mechanism. detaching from reality.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously a coping mechanism. So I took that as not feeling anything, as that I no longer loved my partner. So I took off and left him and the dogs and the house and just was like, oh, well, whatever.
Yeah.
And then realized once I snapped out of it, like, it was 10 months later that I had made the biggest mistake of my life. And it was too late. So, it can cause you to ruin your life. But at the time you don't, I don't know if I wasn't experiencing the other symptoms of it. I just felt so apathetic and just nothing toward him. But when I did snap out, I was just like, oh my God, I'm still in love with him. What have I done? Like, what have I done?
Mm-hmm.
So that was the first time. And then this time I tried to make it work. And that's what I tell him. I'm like, why would you subject yourself to this? Like,
do you think it can happen again? Like, you can snap out of it
I
again?
hope so. But then...
But you can't.
He already knowing that. It's already happened twice. How many years has he wasted with me that I'm going to do it again? Like, why would you do that? It sucks. It's a shitty situation.
I got you. Wow. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say. That is a shitty
crazy
situation.
I mean,
yeah.
you know it's hell.
Yeah, I mean, it's
you know the
shitty
details of
situation
everything.
for both of you, really.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you have feelings, but I don't feel them. And like I said, not a sociopath.
No.
Just so you know.
I do not
I
think
do
that.
feel like a robot, and my emotions are numbed, but I still care.
Yeah.
And your thoughts can also feel that way. So, like, my thoughts are not my own, or my head is filled with cotton. And I've heard that before, but I've never experienced that. Your whole body or body parts or sensations like touch, hunger, thirst, or your libido, but I don't think I've ever experienced any of those. Just the body parts not feeling like they're mine, or not feeling like I'm me when looking in the mirror.
Yeah.
There may also be a diminished sense of agency, such as feeling robotic, like an automation, or lacking control of one's own speech or movements. And that is, I always say that I feel like a robot. That is what I feel like.
So you just, you don't feel like a human.
Nope. So when we were watching Westworld, I'm like, oh God, this is giving me all kinds of feelings, because like, what is consciousness? What makes you a human? What is this? And I'm like, I don't know, because I don't even feel like I'm a human.
Oh my God.
I'm currently not a human. What am I?
You're a host.
I'm a host. That's what we were going to. Yeah,
You're the host with
the cat's out of the bag, and I'm the host.
Man, I wish I were a host. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't have to worry about death. My biggest fear. Because you
died 1,000 times.
Yeah.
You just come right back.
I've done this 1,000 times, Maeve. But yeah, no, I'd love to be. I'd transfer my consciousness.
Oh hell, me too.
In a second to
Yes.
a hotter body.
Oh, shut up.
I didn't say a hotter face, just a hotter body.
Like, my face is perfect.
My face is fine.
I talked with my therapist today about how I'm good with my face, but now my horrible body image issues, it's just my body now. I'm like, I got over my face. I think my face is fine, but I constantly torment myself about my body.
Yeah.
So that's what the homework, I need to write that down, that I'm supposed to do homework relating to that.
God, I hate homework.
For Thursday therapy.
Thursday therapy. Today was Tuesday therapy.
Tuesday, and there's Friday. They're like, Jesus, woman, are you ever not in therapy?
Hey,
Listen,
that's
I'm
good
trying.
though.
It is.
You're getting the help you need.
I'm getting help. Yes.
Do you have any other facts?
I do. I'm getting there. I'm enjoying
You're enjoying your drink.
I get it. I put grape something in it. It's good.
Yeah.
It tastes it's very natural tasting.
Yeah, it is. I love if you guys have a Kroger in your area, Their little sugar-free, like, Crystal Light knockoff packets are so good.
It said Weiler brand. Weiler?
Oh,
I've
yeah,
never, I don't know what
Weiler's.
that is, but I was like, whatever.
Oh,
Gonna
yeah.
get crazy and spice this.
Yeah, I got that at Dollar Tree.
Really?
Yep.
I don't know, you just expect those to taste very artificial, but it doesn't.
No, it tastes delicious.
But now we're going to talk about derealization.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. It's characterized by a feeling of unreality or detachment or unfamiliarity with the world. You know, depersonalization is yourself.
Is yourself.
Derealization is everything else outside of you.
Uh-huh.
So, individuals, inanimate objects, or just all surroundings. The individual may feel as if he or she were in a fog, dream, or bubble, or as if there were a veil or a glass wall between the individual and the world around.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So surroundings may be experienced as artificial, colorless, or lifeless. It's commonly accompanied by subjective distortions such as blurriness, heightened acuity, widened or narrowed visual field, two-dimensionality or flatness, or exaggerated three-dimensionality, or altered distance or size of objects. Which I don't know if you have panic attacks, and that is my first. And this is when I think about the worst panic attacks I've had in my life. Thinking back on them, it is the most extreme state of derealization and depersonalization, to where it's I don't even have the words. Like if I were like that every day, I just have no quality of life. You couldn't function.
Yeah.
But the first, something's going wrong is the tunnel vision. Now Asker's leaking.
Mm-hmm.
But I get tunnel vision. Do you? Does your vision get weird, or I start losing my vision? My vision gets blurry. I get tunnel vision, and I'm like, oh shit, something's happening.
I think I close my eyes, honestly, because when I have panic attacks, I hyperventilate.
See, I don't.
Yeah. I just hyperventilate. Sometimes I see stars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I've never gotten tunnel vision.
That's the first sign that it's about to go down. Take cover because
it's about to go down.
So distortion in perception of time. So recent events feel like the distant past, which is what I experience every day. Or feeling emotionally disconnected from people you care about. Like I said, it will make you ruin your life. Make poor life choices.
That sucks. Like, how long ago do you feel like we're recording on a Tuesday and Saturday was Pride? How long ago do you feel like Pride was?
It just seems fuzzy. I mean, I know it happened, but it's not. That's how when people ask, oh, what did you do over the weekend? I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Like, I did something, and I'll think really hard about it. Then I'm like, oh, now I remember this. But it's none of the things really clear. Mm-hmm. It's not sharp.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. So during depersonalization or derealization experiences, the person remains somewhat in touch with their present reality. Like I said, you know that this is real. It just doesn't feel that way.
Yeah, but you know it is. But
yes. Like, I don't think I'm a robot. I feel like a robot, but I don't think I am.
Yeah, you feel like one, but you're not.
And some drugs produce feelings resembling derealization, such as cannabis, psychedelics, caffeine, nitrous oxide, and antidepressants. And it's also a direct symptom of Lyme disease. Isn't that weird? Huh. I didn't know that. I mean, I wouldn't suspect that. So I started feeling that way.
So, does coffee make it worse for you?
No, but I'm not that. I metabolize caffeine really fast, so caffeine doesn't affect me like it does.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Most people. But that's why I don't. Well, obviously, because marijuana is illegal, and I would never break the law. But I don't smoke it.
Obviously.
First of all,
we're on the good side of the law in all situations.
Let's get this straight. Yeah, that's why I can't smoke, because the panic, anxiety, and derealization. It makes it worse.
Well, does anything else make it worse for you?
Yeah, I don't
None
do
of
it.
the
Bright lights. I read that the other day that can sometimes trigger. It does. It makes it. It kind of makes it worse. Bright lights.
Huh. Weird. So you've come out of it twice.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'll come out of it again.
I hope so.
I hope so.
I thought I was getting better because I wasn't feeling weird about my hands anymore, and I increased some of my meds, and I was like, I'm feeling feisty. I'm gonna get on Tinder. I'm gonna get out there and go on dates. I'm feeling better. And then a few weeks into that, I was like, no, I don't. Like, I don't care anymore. Like,
yeah.
Because I thought that I was starting to feel more things because of medication. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so I wanted to interact with people more. And then it's like, no, I don't.
Maybe they need to add their medication.
There's no medication to treat this.
Oh,
there's no medication.
Okay. Well, that's a good fact. I mean, it's a bad fact.
That's excellent.
But,
I mean, just therapy and then maybe treating, the accelerated therapy to treat the PTSD if it's, because, it can be like a secondary or subtype of another illness.
Mm-hmm.
It could be caused by that.
Yeah.
So maybe if the PTSD gets better, maybe this will, or I don't know. I don't know if it stems from it or if it's a disorder on its own.
Yeah.
But it's just so hard to have so many different diagnosis and everything. It's just, it makes it so hard to be treated.
Yeah.
If you have so many comorbidities, it's just hard.
It sounds like, it really sounds like they're doing everything they
Yeah, I'm doing everything I can.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just
You are.
hope that I snap out of it.
I think you will. I'm not a positive person either, but I really do think you will. I'm positive about some things. About you.
About me.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of questions to ask you, but I feel like I have like a gazillion questions.
Well, I have all day, Sylvia. All evening.
I
What
have
time is it? I don't
all
know.
day. Like, do you feel like I'm real right now? I'm not asking if you know I'm real. Do you feel like I'm real?
Right now, I feel... Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Do you feel like the dogs are real? Yeah.
It's not... I don't know. It's so hard to explain.
But you don't feel like you're real right now.
My just sense of self is just completely... And then I read that experiencing a severe childhood trauma can cause that. Like, if you're so young, your brain isn't developed, you're learning about yourself, and it's totally just...
Yeah. Interesting. Does depression or anxiety usually accompany that?
It can, yes.
And you've
It
got
can
both.
cause it, and I have both. I have like several anxiety disorders, major depressive, PTSD, some eating disorders. We'll talk about those later too. We will do a whole, maybe our next few episodes will just be, people need to learn.
Matissa's disorders.
And yours. We're not going to forget about you.
No, don't forget about me. My main disorder is generalized anxiety disorder. That's my main thing. My main thing. Or they do say PTSD. I've had several clinicians diagnose me with PTSD, so I must have it.
Oh yeah, because you kind of just experience a little bit of depression.
I do experience depression sometimes.
It was...
Yeah, I experience depression that doesn't feel like depression. It just feels like apathy.
Mm-hmm. that is a form of it.
Mm-hmm.
And mine has...
And laziness, it feels like.
Yeah. Mine has bounced from that to like extreme sadness to where I feel like I can't live any longer.
Oh yeah, I have that too.
To the just apathy.
Yeah.
With like a thin veil of sadness over. Like the sadness isn't as extreme.
Yeah.
But it's always present. And I told my therapist that today. Like I do feel a little better with the depression, but it's just kind of
Still in the back of your mind.
yes,
Hanging out.
and
Yeah. Like most of the time, I don't feel sadness now.
it's awesome.
But when I feel it, it sucks. I get really sad when I feel sad. I hate it. I mean, I could make myself sad easily. Just
don't.
All I have to do is think about the dogs dying.
Do the thought stopping.
Thought stop.
Turn the switch off. Yeah. So, I don't know. Maybe one day I'll get lined out. I just have so much.
Maybe one day I'll get lined out. Guys, if you have any questions for us, just write us on Facebook or send us an email. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/marvelouslymorbid. We're on Instagram, instagram.com/marvelouslymorbid, patreon.com/marvelouslymorbid, twitter.com/marvmorbid, and marvelouslymorbid@gmail.com. So if you want to send us an email, if you want to share your story, or if you want us to share your story on air,
or if you have any questions,
or
like
if you have any
relating
questions, or anything, just find us on one of those platforms and send us a message, and we'll get back with you. And we'll do better next time.
Bye.
Bye.